My name is Otis Noble III. I am the Assistant Director of Engagement with Social Sciences here at UCLA. And today we have the pleasure of spending some time with Dr. Noguera. Dr. Pedro Noguera is a distinguished professor of education at the Graduate School of Education and Information Studies at UCLA. He is also the director of the Center for the Transformation of Schools. Dr. Noguera is the author of over 12 books, his most recent book being Race, Equity, and Education, The Pursuit of Equality in Education 60 Years After Brown. Good morning, Dr. Noguera. Hope you're well.
Good morning, Otis. It's good to hear from you.
One question I ask of all of the interviews that I've gotten a chance to be a part of is there an album or a book that has helped you get through this pandemic?
I don't know if there's been a single book or album that I could point to. I think family's getting me through it. That's what's getting me through.
So today we are, thankful that we'll be able to gain the opportunity to learn more about the research you're doing as it relates to youth that are experiencing homelessness. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we're going to release a new study on homeless youth in the state of California. We were working on this before the quarantine began, but it certainly has even more relevance now. We know California has the largest homeless population in the country. We also know that population is undercounted. It's very hard to keep track of the number of people who live in cars, who are doubled up and tripled up with other families in very small units. Schools are in many ways the best way to count the number of homeless kids if the families have a relationship with the schools. And so we've been trying to get a good read because schools are the place where kids get fed. Schools are the place where kids get important social services. We know that especially is true the case right now while schools are closed. So we're going to release this report to draw attention to the unique challenges facing the homeless youth population and their families. We also want to show where these kids are located because that's where we need to direct services. Right now, we have a real expectation that schools will be able to provide virtual learning opportunities for kids. Well, this is especially difficult for the homeless population. So having accurate data will be, I think, especially important right now.
Yes, I had a chance to go to your website and was a little disturbed by the numbers that I got a chance to see.
Yeah, no, when you consider the numbers, we're, I think, very aware in Los Angeles that we have a very large homeless population, although you typically don't see kids on the street, thank God, but that doesn't mean they're not there. As I said, they're in cars and other places. But the rural population is what's most shocking because I think a lot of times we don't think about homelessness being an issue in rural areas, but it is very much the case.
One of the numbers that stood out to me was Santa Barbara has their percentage of students who were experiencing homelessness was higher than other areas here in California.
Yeah, you wouldn't think of Santa Barbara because it's such an affluent area, but almost, I think, 11-12% of the students there are homeless. So, that's related to the cost of housing and the shortage of affordable housing there. And we know that with homelessness comes a number of other challenges in a child's life, lack of stability, lack of support, lack of access to basic services. So drawing attention to these issues is hopefully the first step towards addressing the problem and the needs.
Well, Dr. Noguera, thank you for your time today. I hope you and your family are taking care of one another as we deal with this pandemic. And I look forward to thanking you again on the other side of this. Take care of yourself.
Take care.